time for a new video. I know you've been thinking, Don, what's up with Don? But anyway, so I wanted to talk to you today about something. I actually want to talk to you about one of my good friends who lives in Puerto Viejo, who also happens to have a YouTube channel. By the way, you'll notice that it's kind of gloomy out here today. It's like, even though I can feel the warmth of the sun, but we're coming into that time of the year where, we get these kind of cloudy, gloomy days and everything, but that's just the way it goes. It's that time of the year in Manta, Ecuador. But anyway, I want to talk to you about an email that I got from a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, one of our subscribers here on the channel. His name is Jeff. I won't give his last name out of respect for him, but he wrote me an email. He was the subject line of the email was negative energy, okay? And I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but he was telling me, he said he noticed that a video that was produced by my buddy GM Ace, okay? GM Ace out of Puerto Viejo, and he wondered what, and he says, and I wonder what you make of it, and also the comment I left in his YouTube channel. And he said, I'm going to quote it, "I must say that of late I'm beginning to lose heart about my future prospects. It seems that whatever I plan to do for the future, even after having done ample vetting and research, suddenly takes a turn for the worse, and I have to reevaluate." He's talking about coming to Ecuador, moving to Ecuador for his retirement, and he says, he said, I'm still planning to move to Ecuador, and I'm planning to go down for an exploratory research trip. It's good. That's a good move, Jeff. But the negative energy I hear about the country keeps piling up. For example, I have one Spanish teacher in Quito, and she is sharing some war stories with me, and I consult other sources as well. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but he asked me to watch Ace's video and share my views on what I think about it, because he's really concerned about some of the things that my good friend talks about. And I'm going to tell you all about that right after this. Hey! Roger! Oh, Rocket Chick Roger! Hello there. Okay, so GMA is a friend of mine. I love this guy. He's young, he's energetic, he's smart. He's been in Ecuador for 10 years. He knows a lot about what's going on here, And if there's anybody besides my girlfriend that I want to, consult with about things like safety and security, crime, all that kind of stuff here in Ecuador, he's a good resource. And I take him for his word. I believe everything he says. He never exaggerates about anything. He just tells it like it is. That's why I like him so much. He reminds me a great deal of me, because I tell it like it is. And I see that my camera is not level, and I got to fix that. I can't have that. I'm sorry, man. This is the Don Shader Grumpy Old Gringo video. We got. Oh my God, what the hell just happened here? Sorry about that. Oh Jesus, what the hell's going on here? I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back now. It was my gimbal for my phone. It obviously wasn't charged up enough, and I had to put it on the charger. So sometimes it's a real bitch being a YouTube creator, influencer. Yet all this technology you have to deal with. I don't even try to be fancy or anything, but things have to be charged up, and I forget about it sometimes. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. Safety is a concern here, but let me just tell you. I'm just going to kind of go through the bullet points of Ace's video, and I'm also going to put a link to the video that he posted in the description, and I encourage you to go and watch it, okay? But folks, when you watch it, don't take it the wrong way, please. Don't take it that it's all that dangerous to live here. There's nothing further from the truth. This country is not any different than any other country in the world. All the countries have petty crime. You know, some countries have more than petty crime. You know, that's not Ecuador. Ecuador's crime is petty crime. The major crime is between the drugs gangs and the cartel, and you know, they pretty much leave us out of it. But Ace brings up some really good points and some good tips about how to be safe while living here in Ecuador, okay? And I'm going to start with the first thing he talks about is to establish a safety contact, okay? And that's a good idea. Always have somebody that you can get in touch with, okay? And it's somebody that knows where you are and what you're doing. I don't mean 24/7, but you know, if you're going to take a day trip and go somewhere, let somebody know, especially if they're a friend of yours, you know, so that they can kind of keep an eye out, and if you don't show up, then they can, you know, then they can freak out and start calling people. But anyway, he says, designate someone, friend or family, to check in with daily. Share your location via phone apps like Find My or WhatsApp. Use real-time tracking features if available. Okay, number 2, tech and belongings safety. Okay, avoid displaying electronics in public. And you know what he's talking about is, like, you know, there are some places around Manta that I would never want to take out my laptop and set it up in front of me. And but then again, I mean, you know, maybe I would too. I mean, usually when it comes to electronics, things that people lose the most is their cell phone. And I'll give you a good example. I was walking on the beach one day a long time ago, and I was on my way back up, and I was headed to the mall, and the cruise ship was in town. And here's this dude walking down the street with his cell phone, holding it out like this, you know, videotaping traffic on the Malecon, you know, and videotaping people on the sidewalk. Excuse me, I'm just getting over a cold. And I stopped and talked to the guy. I said, that's the fastest way in the world for you to lose that cell phone. And his wife started in on him right then and said, I told you. And I said, don't, especially down in this particular area right here where all these people are, and there are opportunists that are just looking for a chance to snatch that phone out of your hand. They'll be long gone before you even catch sight of them, you know. So, you know, you have to be sensible about that kind of stuff, you know. It said use cheaper secondary phones while out. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I have a $1,500 phone. I take it out, but I don't walk around on the sidewalks with it out in my hand. I keep it in my pocket away from sight, you know. Wear pants or shorts with zippered pockets. I don't know how. I mean, I wear shorts every day, and I don't have zippered pockets, but I have Velcro, you know. And if somebody's trying to reach into my pockets to steal whatever they think they're going to steal, I think I would probably notice that the Velcro going, you know, you know. But then again, I mean, I stay away from areas where stuff like that happens, you know. Use splash-proof bags with zipper locks. Always carry your bag in front of you. Talking about your backpack. I never carry my backpack in front of me, but there again, I don't go walking around in areas where that stuff can happen. Now, sure, there's been a few times where I've had my backpack slung over my shoulder and on my backside going up the escalator in a really crowded mall and thinking, anybody could easily unzip my backpack behind me and I probably wouldn't even know it. So it's just common sense, you know, but how you do the same thing in the United States, right? I mean, I don't know why it's such a big deal here. Always travel with a companion for added vigilance, okay? All right, well, walking safety. It says to walk against traffic. Now, I agree with that. When I'm walking down the street, I don't walk on the side of the road where the traffic's going. And the reason being is because you hear about them all the time. The two guys on the motorcycle pulling up. You know, it almost happened to me one time when I first moved here. And a couple pulled up, and there's actually a guy and a woman, or a girl, and on a motorcycle. And they stopped and started talking to me in Spanish. And had no clue what they were saying, just kind of went, acted dumb. I was telling somebody about this later, and they said they were waiting for you to pull your phone out so you could use a translator, and as soon as you pull it out, they would snatch it and be gone. Now, if that's true or not, I don't know, but hell, I'll buy it. Go against the traffic so that the motorcycles would have to go against the traffic to get to you, just to make it inconvenient for them, okay? Common sense stuff. Avoid empty streets, even in groups. I agree with that. I've said a long time ago, if you find yourself on an empty street and you don't see anybody else around, you better get out, okay? You're not in the right place. And here's one that really kills me. Wear a hoodie, but then he clarifies that wear it in cooler areas to blend in, but not in the hot coastal cities. I guarantee you very seldom see people wearing hoodies. I mean, you do here. You see local people wearing them, and they're doing it because of the sun, trying to keep them from burning their necks. Then his fourth point, vehicle and transportation safety. Do not rent a car, okay, unless you're experienced with Ecuadorian aggressive driving culture. I should do a video just about the driving culture. I've been driving my car for 2 years now, and somebody asked me just this morning, how do you do that, Don? How can you stand to drive here? And I said, the way I do it is I drive like the Ecuadorians do. I just get in, I blend in with them. I don't try to beat anybody. I don't try to cut corners. I don't try to, get ahead. I just go with the flow, and that's the way you do it. Don't be in any hurry. You're defeating the whole purpose of driving. I mean, because it's not like it is in the U.S. People here ignore traffic laws, okay? I'll admit I do the same thing from time to time, but because I just don't think I'm ever going to get stopped and get a ticket for running the stop sign. But the only time, there's been a couple times where I've stopped at a red light and I don't see anybody around. I just go on. I've done that a few times. Everybody, the local drivers, even the taxis will do that, and nobody pays any attention to safety or traffic laws. I don't know anybody that's ever gotten a traffic ticket in Manta. But anyway, use official taxis arranged through your hotel or trusted source. I've never heard about this in Manta, but in the bigger cities like Guayaquil, there have been people that have stopped a taxi. It's not a real taxi, just a yellow car, and they get kidnapped or get robbed or, worse. I hate to think the worst, but you hear about it from time to time. It happens in Guayaquil, where a taxi driver will pick you up and he's not really a taxi driver, and they're going to take you somewhere and rob you and dump you off. That happens, For Uber-like services, confirm driver identity before entering. Well, that just makes sense. Private drivers are the safest option. Like here in Manta, I know several private drivers, McGill, Juan Zambrano, another guy I know named George, and they're dependable, reliable, safe, speak English, and you don't have to worry about any problems with them. Avoid buses at night. I agree with that. I don't even get on buses here during the daytime. Example, a scam involving a fake bus employee drugging and robbing passengers. That happens. Then number 5, going out at night. Avoid going out past 9 p.m. unless with a local Ecuadorian, someone from the area who knows people and speaks Spanish. Transportation by car only, no walking or buses. Well, I've walked after 9 o'clock from the mall to here. Back in the early days when I first came here, I don't know that I would do it now, but I walk around here at night. And I know other people that walk around here at night. Just know your surroundings and know where it's safe, Don't go into some areas that people have told you that it's not safe. That's just pure stupidity, okay? Beware of scopolamine. That's that date rape drug. Beware of that. Ace talks pretty extensively about that in this video. That's where people go out and you get your drink spiked, and next thing you know, you're emptying out your ATM machine to somebody and you're happy about it, okay? Avoid talking to strangers, especially those trying to show you objects or ask for help. That's in regards to the scopolamine. They can show you something on a car, as Jim says in this video, and next thing you know, it's in your face, and they blow it on you, and you breathe it, and you're drugged. So pay attention to that, okay? Watch Jim's video, okay? Avoid routine. Don't use the same route or schedule every day. Criminals watch for patterns. Vary your transportation methods. Walk, taxi, Uber, drive your own car, okay? Number 7, phone battery and emergency power. Keep your phone fully charged. That's common sense. Use a power bank in case of blackouts. Yeah, we have those. We had one just the other day for an hour, day before yesterday morning. And then final warnings and recommendations. Petty crime can escalate. Do not resist fraud. It's common sense stuff. Violent crime typically involves people involved in gangs or drugs. I don't know anybody in the expat community that's involved in gangs or drugs. If you want maximum safety, hire a private guide or driver who knows the area. Okay? All of this is common sense stuff. Jim produced this video, and some people might be taking it the wrong way, saying, oh my God, it's too dangerous to go to Ecuador. Folks, no, that's not the point of the video. Every point that he makes in this video is valid. Okay? And this is something that we all need to hear from time to time. Don't be afraid to come here. You'll be okay. Do like I say. Do an exploratory trip. Come down here, meet up with people that you know from the expat community that are in the local Facebook groups like Manta Be Expats and Amigos, which I own, Manta Expats, which I help administer, Manta Property Sales and Rentals, which I own, and Manta Be Private or Short-Term Rentals, which I own. All of these are safe groups to join and become members of and ask questions, okay? Ask questions before you come down here and get to know people, okay? And then when you get here, let me know you're coming here, all right? And if it's convenient, I can do it. I'll even pick you up at the airport in my car, unless you got 15 bags, and then that ain't gonna work. So then I'll encourage you to take a couple of taxis, okay? But don't be afraid to come here. I'm telling you, it's getting better all the time. They're building new properties all up and down this coastline. This place is going to be an unbelievable place in the very short years to come. Okay, we have a new president. He's taken a serious bead on this crime, and he's not going to tolerate it. He told people in his inauguration speech that if you have gang tattoos, you better get rid of them. If you plan to get one, you better forget it. And he's going to do the same thing that the president of El Salvador did. He's taken a very serious stance on this crime against the cartels and so forth, and the cartels against us. We see military vehicles around here all the time. I saw a military ship the other day coming into port. So, again, watch the video, okay? Watch Jim's video that I put in the description and take notes, all right? But don't let it scare you from coming here. I encourage you. If you have any questions, get in touch with me and I'll give you a phone call and I'll talk to you personally, okay? I won't even charge you for it, all right? So if you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, smash that thumbs up button. If you didn't like this video, put your damn teeth back in and bite me, okay? But I say that with peace and love. I'll see you on the next one. Ciao, ciao.